As a player who lives in Michigan and thus experiences all 4 seasons every year, I would say probably the most important factor to maintaining the lifespan of your basketball, keeping it feeling as new for as long as possible, comes to temperature and humidity. You want to keep your basketball stored in a place where the temperature is relatively the same and humidity is relatively the same all throughout its entire storage time. So that means don't keep your basketball in the trunk of your car, especially all year round, because temperature and humidity affects the ball in 2 important ways. One is actually the air inside the basketball. I've talked about this a little bit in the past, which is you can get stale air inside your basketball. Now, I'm not a scientist. I don't know exactly how that works, but what I mean when I say stale air is if you have a basketball that's been through hot and cold, high humidity, low, over and over again, the air inside the ball can become what I call stale, meaning even if the ball is properly inflated, the air in the ball is not going to give you the proper bounce when you dribble it. It'll feel nice and hard, but when you dribble it, when you bounce it, you don't get the kind of bounce out of it that you would expect. It doesn't bounce as hard or as high, doesn't have as much pop and bounce to it that you would expect it to have. And that's because the air inside has been through temperature changes, humidity changes over and over and over again. That can happen to your own basketball once you have it and you store it down in your basement or your trunk of your car or whatever. But it's also very common for brand new basketballs that you buy at the store or online. Because even though you buy a brand new basketball and it's new to you, you have no idea when that ball was manufactured and how long ago they pumped air into it. And you have no idea where that ball was stored in whatever warehouses and transport it went through to get to where you finally have it. You don't know the kind of conditions for temperature and humidity that it's been through and how long it's been doing that. So it's very possible that once you get a new basketball, the air inside is actually old and it's stale, and it could very well need to be drained out and have new air pumped into it. I have had it where I've ordered a basketball online and I've received it in the mail and it's come actually deflated. And I'm not sure if I like that or not, because I kind of would I think it's probably better for a ball to be inflated and hold that inflated state, and for the air in there to get stale and then to have to drain it out and put new air in. I think that's probably better. I don't think it's really good for a basketball to just sit deflated until you get it for the very first time and then you pump air into it. I feel like that being deflated state may actually hurt the covering and the structure of the basketball more if it's going through that temperature and humidity change while it's being, completely deflated. It just feels like that might actually hurt the ball more to be deflated and go through that over and over again as to, actually have air in it, be inflated properly, and just have that air go stale. Either way, that's one of the first things I do when I get a new basketball is I test the bounce. If the bounce feels weird, awkward, off, if it's not as bouncy or as poppy as it should be, I just drain all the air out and put fresh air into it. That can happen with new basketballs, and it can happen with a basketball that's been in storage for a few months as well. The second major way that humidity and temperature fluctuation can affect a basketball is on the actual cover of the basketball itself.